best and worst case player comparisons, scenarios, whatever word you want to use for Bronny James. Now, Riley, I'm very familiar with your work. I'm going to ban you from using any James family members for this exercise.
I will.
If we get to this, you say best case is LeBron James, and then the worst case is like Bryce James, then we're gonna have to have a conversation. All right, I want to make that known. What
Uh,
is the best case player scenario for Bronny James?
So I'm going with Davion Mitchell, and I know on the surface that might seem a little bit ambitious, just based on Mitchell's pedigree at Baylor and even him being, I think, the ninth overall pick to the Kings. But if you look at what he's done, really the past 2 seasons, he settled in nicely as a 15 to 20 minute per game, like backup point guard off the bench, who's there to like basically play defense and make plays for others, hit open shots. I think Bronny needs to get stronger because I think one of Mitchell's most impressive attributes is how he can switch on to bigger players and sort of wall them off out of the paint. And like Bronny needs to bulk up some, but you look at Davion Mitchell's stats, you look at his defensive impact, and it's not that far fetched for Bronny to have a similar role.
Okay, I like that. So I actually had Davion Mitchell in my short list, but I ended up going with a better player than that. I ended up going with Derek White. I think that being undersized, right, but having
Mm-hmm.
the defensive ability, like Derek White's one of the best shot blocking guards in the NBA, and I think Bronny has that potential. Now is he going to reach that? Who really knows? But I think the best case scenario at the end is more of a Derek White guy. Like I know a lot of people say Drew Holiday. I think Drew Holiday is ahead of Derek White in my opinion. Drew Holiday is unattainable for me in my opinion. Derek
Yeah.
White's less point guardy, and it works for me. So
Mm-hmm.
Derek White would be my best case scenario for LeBron James. Moving for LeBron James, for Bronny James. I can't even get it out of my head.
He is LeBron James, LeBron
He
James
is
Jr.
technically he's a junior, but I gotta be better. I really do. Worst case player comparison scenario. What do you have for Bronny James?
Ashton Hagans, another defensive minded sort of combo guard. I think Hagans was definitely more of like a true point guard than Bronny. But Hagans always had the questions on his jump shot as well. I'm kind of surprised he's still in the NBA, but he's just basically been stuck in the G League ever since he entered the league.
I know I kind of like that compare. And Higgins was a guy who was like long and just kind of was going to be a defensive guy, but just never really put
Mm-hmm.
together. And has been having some actually good years in the G League. My worst case scenario was Marcus Jordan, just a famous player or famous son player who just never made it in the NBA. Straight up, Marcus Jordan.
I don't think I don't think Bronny's floor is that low.
Are we
I
sure?
think I think we should go Derek White and Ashton Hagans. He
Okay.
is at the very least, like he's too good to be completely out of the league. He's at the very least sticking around the G League for like 6, 7 years, like Hagans has done.
Hey, I want to let it be known in 3 years at UCF for Marcus Jordan, he was a 1,000 point scorer.
Was he really? Good for
Yeah,
Marcus.
yeah.
Good for Marcus, man. I'm
Yeah,
sorry
so
for
let's not
sleeping on
sleep on
him.
Marcus, but yeah, I'll go with yours because I think yours, I like them and they make a little more sense to me. So we're gonna go with um Ashton Hagans as worst case, and then we'll go with Davion Mitchell, even though I like my Derek White take.
Oh,
But
I'll concede Derek White. Yeah, I'll concede Derek White.
hell yeah, Derek White, Ashton Hagans, that settles it. Make sure you tune into the rest of the channel. We have 74 more of these videos. Every prospect you can tune in. Be sure to like, subscribe, show some love. See you next time.
The NBA draft is coming up, and I've got something awesome for you. We are partnering with the people at NBA 2K Lab. NBA 2K is the best video game on earth. The people at 2K Lab are making some awesome stuff to make that game even more fun, and they just launched their 2024 NBA Draft Simulator, where you can find the official Sleepers Media big board. We ranked our top 75 players in this draft class. Me, Carter, Brian Ralph, Riley Davis. We did it together, and it is featured on the 2K Lab NBA Draft Simulator. You can take control of any team in the draft, play GM with just one click, and see our entire rankings before these videos even come out. Check out the link in the description of this video to try out the draft sim for yourself, and you can find more mini games at nba2klab.com/NBA-mini-games.